Frankly, I believe if I were president today, the country would be safer and we'd be seeing a lot less violence. And here's why.
And here we go.
We do have a lot of news to get to this morning, starting with that chaos following the horrific attack outside the Kabul airport. This is now the deadliest attack on U.S. forces in Afghanistan in more than a decade.
Turn to the other news this Sunday night and to the somber homecoming for the 13 brave Americans killed in Thursday's attack at the Kabul airport. 11 Marines, 1 Army soldier, and a Navy corpsman, most of them in their early 20s.
Shocking images coming in right now from Afghanistan. The Taliban parading through the streets in U.S. armored vehicles and flying a Black Hawk helicopter.
It shows a parade of U.S. armored vehicles just outside of Kandahar Wednesday. And right on top of there, that is the black and white flag of the Taliban. And take a look at this. Flying overhead was a Black Hawk helicopter. Now, it's not clear how much U.S. hardware is now in the hands of the Taliban, but certainly gaining control in the skies with this kind of equipment is a major boost for them.
We can join forces, stop the shouting, and lower the temperature.
A stunning reversal by the U.S. military, late Friday acknowledging this drone strike, intended to target a potential ISIS bomber, actually killed 10 innocent Afghan civilians, including 7 children, some just 2 and 3 years old.
I'm here today to set the record straight and acknowledge our mistakes.
Major news. After days on a razor's edge, Ukraine is now a nation at war. Just hours ago, Russian forces began their attack. President Vladimir Putin warning other countries that any attempt to interfere with the Russian action will lead to, quote, consequences they have never seen.
Won't that be fun?
We begin tonight with the Middle East in flames. Israel has formally declared war after that unprecedented multi-pronged terror attack from Hamas, shocking the nation, catching its intelligence service by surprise. The death toll is mounting and at least 100 taken hostage. Several Americans are now confirmed to be among the dead.
In the wake of the attacks in Israel, border officials say they've seen a growing number of people on the FBI terrorist watch list trying to enter the country through the southern border.
The number of known or suspected terrorists or anyone connected to one entering the country illegally through the southern border is at an all-time high.
But look at what I've inherited and what I've done.
China's military says that it is ready to fight after completing 3 days of large-scale combat exercise around Taiwan. The exercises follow the Taiwanese president's trip to the U.S. last week.
And now, in an exclusive interview, Taiwan's foreign minister tells CNN's chief national security correspondent Jim Shooter that China is, quote, trying to get ready to launch a war against Taiwan. Jim is with us now. Boy, those are sobering words, to put it mildly.
You may remember that Chinese surveillance balloon that crossed the U.S. earlier this year. Remember that? Before it was shot down by the U.S. military after its 7-day journey. Well, here's an update on the investigation. U.S. intelligence found that the balloon used an American internet service provider to send data related to its location back to China.
That's Bidenomics.
Out of that big story, a dangerous confrontation between the United States and Russia, an incident that National Security Council spokesman John Kirby called unsafe, unprofessional, and reckless. The Pentagon spokesman saying today that a Russian fighter jet struck the propeller of a U.S. surveillance drone in international airspace, forcing it to crash into the Black Sea.
At least things can't get any worse.
Watch me.
But we begin tonight with the growing threat of a regional war in the Middle East. Over the weekend, 3 U.S. service members were killed and more than 40 injured in an attack on a military base in northeast Jordan near the Syrian border.
Wait, you got the lighter? Wait, what are you doing? No! Oh, shit. Let's go! Run! Hey! I burned the house down!
The greatest threat to the stability of the world right now remains a twice-impeached, multiply indicted former president of this nation. Donald Trump is the greatest threat the world faces.
It's time to build back better.